Well, hello there. How are you all doing? Hope you're doing well. Hope your weekend was great. Um, and I hope that your week will be even more awesome. How you all doing out there? Let me know how you're doing. I am Sparkle Green Smith. I'm an educator, a writer. I help individuals navigate to their dreams, and it's through many type of coaching. One of them is book coaching. Because I'm an author, best-selling author. I've been through the journey of self-publishing, and I help people to build their book brand. And so it could be either self-published book or traditional published book. But before you even make a decision whether you want your book to be published or whether you want your book to be self-published, or traditionally published, you still have to get the book written, right? You have no self-publishing or traditional publishing options unless you have a book. The traditional publishing company wants to see a book. When you self-publish it on a platform, it has to have a book, right? So that whole book writing process, where to begin, how to start. A lot of people have many fears and anxiety about writing books. They don't know how to start. And so because of that, book coaching is necessary for people. And a lot of people don't know how the odds and ends and outs of it. Um, what in having that leverage of information and knowledge will give you the more competent ability to determine a wiser decision of whether an informed decision of whether you should go with self-publishing or whether you should go with traditional publishing. Now, I've worked with people who have done the traditional publishing and the self-publishing after they finish working with me, right? So it's totally up to the individual. But the process of completing the book, getting it formatted in the chapters, the acknowledgement page, the title page, the table of contents, the copyright page, the book cover, and all that type of stuff. So in a webinar that I'm having, I actually help you all with book writing, how to write your book, how to write in less time, how to edit your book, how to self-publish it, or I give you tools on, opportunities for traditional publishing, places that offer that, how to get your copyright, your ISBN, how to do even your book launch, and opportunities and avenues for marketing, how to start and complete the book writing process from start to finish, from notes, because most people they don't start on their Word doc, they start with notes. So I started writing my first book in 2011, but I love to write, period. I'm a writer. I love poetry. I love writing. I love creative writing. When I was 12 years old, I copyrighted my first song, and it's in the Library of Congress right now to this day. So I love writing. So I always knew I wanted to write a book, right? Everyone has at least one good story in them, and you never know where your story could take you or take someone else. Your story can stop someone from committing suicide. It can stop someone from being in a bad relationship, abusive situation, or it can help someone stay in a good situation, a good relationship. It can keep someone from dropping out of school. It can help someone with their career development. It can help someone in ministry. It can help someone make better life choices and decisions. You never know where the power of your story can take someone else. And your story is powerful. There's no one else like you on the planet. Don't believe me? Look at your fingerprints. There's no one else that has ever lived or that ever will have the same fingerprints as you do. So you were designed distinctly, specifically, distinct, set apart for a purpose. Every human life and being has a purpose and a destiny. And it's just up to you to understand it, to seek it out, and to navigate it, and to thrive while pursuing it. And so, what you went through, someone else could have committed suicide, right? What you went through, someone else could have a nervous breakdown, and they probably did go through it, and they still are suffering from mental challenges, emotional challenges, maybe financial challenges. They may be suffering from, they may have committed suicide, but you had a grace upon your life not to be moved by that. Now you may have some things that you may need to work out, and that's okay. But You've lived through your story. You've survived it. Now thrive and tell your story and give someone else the power to overcome as a result of your story. And so I think writing a book helps that. But there's so many apprehension that people have. Is it going to cost a lot of money? I don't want to get ripped off. What do I do? Maybe I can do it on my own. A lot of people just do it on their own, but they don't know how to even start doing it on their own. You need the coaching. For example, in 2011, I decided I want to write a book. 2012, the rough draft was done. All I needed to get the editing, copyright, ISB, and all that. I didn't know how to go about that. I got me a coach 8 years later. Do you know in 4 months from working with the coach, everything was done because the book was done. All I had to do was get it edited, copyright, cover design, ISBN, things of that nature, and start marketing for it. And I created 4 books within those 4 months, and one of them became an Amazon bestseller. Actually, is this book here. It's called 21 Days of Prayer and Fasting Devotion for Clarity, Direction. And for some reason, people can't just pull it up on Amazon just with the title. You have to go to bit.ly/rightchoice1. So, what I want to just share with you, just be encouraged, don't give up. And from that, I post, social media. I was so happy that I became a bestseller. Then people were asking me, well, how did you start writing a book? And I would DM them the steps. And I'm like, okay, I know how to do webinars. Let's just do a webinar. People can save it, watch the replay of the steps of, becoming a book writer. And so what happened from there, people were like, well, I want to write a book. Are you going to help me? Can you please help me? Can you hold my hand? Because I'm just still, I got the information, but I really want to write this book to the best of my ability and get it done. I want to self-publish it. Can you help me? From there, I started a class, and from then on, I've been creating classes ever since for this. And I just love it. I have people who have been through, they've completed the course, several people, and they've completed their book, they've self-published. Some have done, went through publishing companies, but they are so grateful for the experience, before whatever decision or publishing decision they make. Because before you get to publishing, you got to know the ins and the outs. You got to get your book done. You got to get it edited. You got to get those errors out of there. You got to get it copyrighted. You got to get your ISBN. You got to get your book cover and design. And you got to figure out what platform you want to market on. So I help you with all those things. So I'm going to see if I can change my camera here and show you the webinar information. You can go to bit.ly/rightchoice1, sign up, or eventbrite.com. And not sure. Not sure if I can change the screen. Maybe you can see it that way. Okay, now you can see it that way, right? And you see here the dates, 8/27 and 8/29. You can pick a date that you want. Here are the times. 8/27, 8/28 is from 7 to 9 Central p.m. And on Saturday, it's from 10 to 12 Central a.m. Uh-oh, I got to change that. It's supposed to be a.m. So I got to change that. But let's see here. bit.ly/rightchoice1 or eventbrite.com. You can go ahead and register. So if you want to write a book and you know someone else who does, go ahead, start the journey. Don't walk in fear. Go ahead and get that book done. Okay? Talk to you soon. Have any questions, let me know. You can go to bit.ly/rightchoice1 or JosiahsEducationConsultant.com. Talk to you soon.